Hey guys, so I'm at the market today. I have some coffee. It's quite early, and I am getting stuff for strawberry cream cheese, and I thought I'd take you guys along on the grocery shopping part, so I'm excited. So I have my list. Surprisingly, I had quite a few things that it needed. This is completely homemade from scratch. I'm so excited. But anyways, I have some strawberries, which we're gonna need. And then I also have some cupcake liners. They don't have that cool colors. I wanted like Anna Ciccone, which is where I got this recipe off of. I love her. I'll link her channel down below so you guys can go check out that video that she did on this recipe. But I thought I'd do it for you guys. So anyway, they didn't have any cool liners, so I just got white because I don't want to use my reusable because I'm going to be giving them to people. So yeah, but anyways, now I'm trying to look for confection sugar. I'm really interested because I didn't know that that icing sugar is the same thing. So we have confection sugar, as known as powdered sugar. The manager walked by. I was so confused. I'm like, "Excuse me, you cannot," because I have seen so many people on channels and stuff do that, but I've never had a problem here, and I vlog here all the time. Okay, my coffee almost spilled off, so I should probably go. I thought I'd show you guys what I got. I'm just moseying around. So I got some donuts for breakfast. My dad likes the powdered donut holes, so I found some of those. I'm getting these glazed donut holes for the 4th. And then these National Day donut holes. My mom likes these with little circles on the top. I got powdered sugar, butter, cream cheese, strawberries, and liners. So that's what I got. Hey guys, welcome to Paige Genesis Room. So today I'm going to be making cream cheese strawberry cupcakes. I'm so excited because my favorite dessert is cream cheese. I'm obsessed. Anything flavored cream cheese, so I'm so excited to try this. I got this recipe from someone who I love, Anna Ciccone, from the Ciccone Jillies. So I will link her page down below so you guys could go watch this recipe. I think that would be fun. So I'm going to show you guys the ingredients that you're going to need today. But first off, you're going to need to bake these at 350 degrees for 20 to 22 minutes. I just wanted to put that out there. So first thing that I have here is 2 1/3 of a cup of plain flour, and then also in there I have 2 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, as well as a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Here I have 2 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon of strawberry jam. I also have 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 3 eggs, 1 1/4 of a cup of sugar, 2/3 of a cup of milk, 1 cup of butter, and 24 pieces of cream cheese. This equals out to about 4 ounces. You're just wanting them in little squares. Also, you're going to need 24 cupcakes, which is 2 tins. Most of them in the U.S. comes with 12, so these are 2 tins. And then I also just have some cupcake liners that are just white. I couldn't find dried. So I'm using the KitchenAid. Of course, you're going to want a blender or a whatever you call those nowadays. Mixer if you don't have a KitchenAid. Okay, so I'm going to start off by lining my cupcakes, and I just preheated my oven to 350 degrees. And these are just white, like I said. This is what I could find. You could find red. That would be even cuter. And this comes with 50, so we're going to have plenty. You can find little cupcake liners almost anywhere, any grocery store in the baking section. And these are really exciting because these have little fillings in the middle of strawberry and cheesecake. So the resemblance is going to come out in the strawberries from the inside and from the outside with the cheesecake. And I will show you guys the frosting ingredients here in just a little bit. I just don't have them out because I just honestly think that it's too much for when you're making cupcakes on top of that to have all of it out. So I'll be showing you guys that here in a minute. So I have those lined. Alright, so right now I'm going to start by stirring the dry ingredients up a little bit. Be careful not to fling your flour everywhere. I just want to mix it up just a little bit so that the other ingredients get into it. That's what we're doing. Alright. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to start off with putting my 1 cup of butter, or 1 stick, which equals 1 cup of butter, into the KitchenAid, and you're going to beat this on a high speed for about 30 minutes. Or 30 minutes, yeah, 30 minutes, 30 seconds. Alright, so that's nice and whipped. Now we are going to go ahead and we are going to put in the sugar, a quarter at a time. 1. Go ahead and beat that on high for about 2 minutes. So I went ahead and beat that for 2 minutes if you guys didn't hear me. And now we're going to add in each egg one at a time. I actually had a bad experience with eggs like 2 or 3 times. Actually 2 times. There was 2 bad eggs in our carton. I've never had a bad egg before. Alright, so now it's going to look really, really wet. Don't worry, that's totally normal how it's supposed to be. Lift that up. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding in the vanilla. Yum! And normally you wouldn't think to mix this together, but you are going to want to mix this together. This is going to help really enhance those flavors. Alright, so now we're going to alternate between the 2/3 of a cup of milk and the dry ingredients or flour, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to start by putting a little bit of dry ingredients in. And just look at this. You don't have to do anything certain. And I'm just going to mix that a little bit on a low. Of course, because you're working with flour. Ooh, it's already flinging out. It will fling everywhere. Don't just go from a 6 to off to 6. It will be everywhere. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in half of the milk. You're going to do the milk half of the time. And then I'm going to go ahead and put more dry ingredients in. Don't be stingy with the dry ingredients. Okay, lock that. Low speed again. You don't want it to fly out. I actually have like a little thing that comes right here, like a plastic piece that goes around here so that nothing flies out, but it's alright, we don't need it. And now it's going to start looking like cookie batter. Alright, and then we're going to do the rest of the milk, fling, and the rest of the flour. I feel like I just did all those dishes and they're getting done in like 2 seconds. Alright, then we're just going to mix that here for a little bit. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spoon each one in with a little bit of batter. And there's no really right way to do this. It just happens how it happens, so I don't think I'd recommend doing this with an ice cream scoop, but I don't know, I would say probably halfway maybe, 1/3 of the way, I don't really know. I'm just putting a little bit in there, each one. I would say about 1.5 tablespoons in each one. In each one. We're just spooning these in each 24. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take a spoon. I'm going to stir around our strawberry jam in case it got any lumps in it. It likes to clump up really well, and I just don't want that. So we're just going to stir it up. Alright, and now we're going to take each piece of our cheesecake that's now practically melted, and we're just going to set it in each one. Don't be afraid to press down a little bit, but it doesn't have to be covered. Just press it down so that it gets in the batter. This is where you're going to get your cream cheese flavoring from, which is so exciting. I cannot wait to try these. You get excited about making them, but it's like this is so much more exciting eating them. Very exciting. So I'm just going to continue doing this throughout each 10 of cupcakes, which each contain 12. I did say 24, it's 12, which equals out to be 24 because there's 2. So you're just going to continue putting each one in this. Now we're going to go through and dollop 1/4 of a teaspoon of strawberry jelly. It doesn't have to be exact. Whoops. On each cupcake. If you really like strawberry and strawberry jam, you could do more. If you don't really like strawberries, you could do raspberry jam. You guys, you could be so creative with this. You could do blueberry cheesecake cupcakes. You could do raspberry. You could do orange even. Like, you could be so creative with these. If you don't like strawberries, substitute it for a different fruit. All you have to do is have that type of jam. You can go to the store and get that type of jam. It's not too hard. So I'm just going to continue doing this through each and every cupcake, which is going to give us that yummy, yummy strawberry flavoring. Very exciting. Alright, so now we are going to put these in a 350-degree oven for 20 to 22 minutes until they look done and delicious. Time to clean up. Alright, and then 5 hours later, you have beautiful cupcakes that look like this. They look so good and so yummy. So what you're going to need for frosting is 8 ounces of cream cheese. This equals out to a whole block of cream cheese. You're going to need 1/4 of a cup of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 4 cups of confection sugar, which 2 cups equals 16, and you're going to need 4, so 16 plus 16 is 32, and this whole bag is 32 ounces, so if you can find that, that would be perfect, because then you don't even have to measure. So, and then also I'm using a KitchenAid, again, just like I did for my cupcakes. If you don't have a KitchenAid, you can hand stir this, so you don't have to worry about a blender. Unless you wanted to do the blender. That would work too. Alright, so we're going to start off by beating the cream cheese. This is softened. If you let it out for room temperature, that would be perfecto. And I'm trying to see if I can just find the thing that I used. Yeah, I just used a box that looks just like this. It's just a cream cheese box, and 1 equals 8 ounces. So I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to blend it off until very soft. So just like kind of what we did for our butter with the cupcakes, you want this to be nice, rich, and creamy. Now to this, we're going to add our 1/4 of a cup of butter, and this equals 4 tablespoons of butter. It's so easy when you have paper plates. We're just going to beat that all together to where you can't tell if there's butter in there. So it pretty much looks like frosting already. Alright, pop this open. Now we are going to add the 4 cups of icing sugar. So now we're going to go ahead and add our 4 cups. I forgot to say that you're also going to need 2 to 3 teaspoons of milk as well for this. I, for some reason, don't understand how this happened, but for some reason, I didn't write that down on my ingredients, so I went back and double checked on our blog. I'm so glad that I did, because that is what you're needing. Big difference there. Alright, and remember, we're going to start this at a low speed. Like the flour, it will fly up everywhere. Low speed, and move into higher. And I just put half of that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and dump in the vanilla here in just a minute. Dump in the 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That's going to be amazing flavor. And we're just going to let that stir up and combined. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest in. An interesting fact, I literally poured my milk into my little bowl here, and then I turned around and it was completely like this, which is crazy that all that powder turned into that, but I don't know how it happened, but it did. Alright, so we're pouring the rest of this bag, and that was so handy, and I think this bag was about $2 with tax and everything, but it's gonna make it yummy. Alright, and we're gonna put the lid on that, and again, stir that very slowly. It will pop out. Look at it, it's already going everywhere. It's crazy. We're just going to keep that stirring. And I wish I could speed up, but I want to show you guys this process. So, there's dust everywhere. It's getting thick. We're going to go ahead and pour in our milk. I'm just going to pour in a little bit. Pour in the rest. Okay, let's look at it. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Whoa! That tried to fall on top of me. Let's taste it. Mmm. Very good. I'm going to mix it for a little bit more. I have to say that's pretty good. We're going to be saving this for lickings later. Alright, so the next step is to take some strawberries. I forgot to say that as well. This is kind of optional though. Or like I said back before, if you didn't want to do strawberry, you did blueberry, you're going to want some blueberries. Just to garnish on the top. It's not necessary, you don't have to do it at all. But I think it's pretty, so I'm just going to slice up a few of these. I hope you guys can see what I'm actually doing here. It's too thick to spread like this with a knife, and it also pulls up. But it's too thick to really design anything, and I can't find my tips, so I'm doing it literally super homemade with just a piping bag. That's not even an actual piping bag, it's just a Ziploc bag. And it's so thick that you really have to squeeze, but I think this is the way to go. So they're not looking pretty, but I can almost guarantee you these are going to taste hecka good. So, I'm just frosting away. I don't know, maybe you even could leave some of these open, and if you don't like cream cheese frosting, you could just do this. I think if you made these cream cheese cupcakes though, I think you would want the cream cheese frosting. Just my guess, because I want it, and I'm obsessed with cream cheese, so I don't know, everyone's different, but I'm so excited to try these. I haven't tried one, you guys. I've been so good. I haven't tried one at all. And I'm kind of disappointed the way my things turned out. They just turned out see-through, but oh well. So I'm just frosting each one of these little guys. They're completely cooled. They've been cooling for like 4 hours now. Probably almost 5. And I cut up my strawberries, so I'm just putting one on top. I definitely think those help. But I like that homemade look, and those are what these are. And they already have that homemade look without the, you know, the frosting on it. So, I don't know. I think it's cute. And I think you could really work with these if you wanted to really spend time on it, you know, and do it. I think you could really, really make these look beautiful. But I don't have my frosting things. Anna had a frosting thing, but I don't have mine. Well, I do. I just have no idea where it is, so there you have my explanation. I'm almost done with half of them. And then I'll be good for a little bit here. My hand's getting so tired. My mom used to do cakes for practically a living, and when I was littler. I remember she used to pipe for hours, and she has fibromyalgia in her hands, so I remember she just used to be so upset over the pain. I can see why. Okay, we're halfway there. So I'm just going to pipe these till I run out. In the end, you're left with 24 beautiful, crazy looking homemade cupcakes. So I'm going to try one on camera. I'm excited for this. Which one do I want? I think I'm going to get this one right here. I'm so excited. I started making these at 12 and it's 6:17 now. I haven't tried one, so I'm so excited. Hope the hard work paid off. Wow. Good. You get to that middle, when you get to the cream cheese and strawberry, perfect. Definitely. They're a lot of work, but they're good. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!